It's better to fight for something than to live for nothing. When discussing the topic of war, there are very few people who take that discussion as seriously as the legendary George S. Patton. Quotes like these truly encompass the type of man he was. When looking back through American history, there are few people who have been more influential than George S. Patton. A senior officer in the United States Army, he was in charge of the Third Army in France and Germany following the invasion in D-Day. For those unaware, D-Day encompasses the Allied invasion of Normandy during World War II, which marked a major turning point in the war. Preceding the invasion of Normandy, Patton delivered one of the most influential and motivational speeches in military history. With odds against American soldiers, he was able to eliminate the fears that they had and prepare them mentally for battle. For my presentation, I am going to go through Patton's significance as a military leader, his speech before the invasion of D-Day in specific excerpts, and the impact that his speech had on the morale of U.S. soldiers. So for his background, George S. Patton was a revered war hero in America, and his accomplishments and reputation as a military leader are unmatched. Fighting in both world wars, Patton had a bank of experiences to look back upon. Through his many successes, as a younger officer, he was promoted to command the Third Army following the invasion on D-Day. Upon becoming commander, Patton's primary task was to train men for war. The excerpt that I chose is from Patton's famous Blood and Guts speech, which was delivered in Fort Benning, Georgia, prior to the Allied invasion of France. He says, "Men, this stuff that some sources sling around about America wanting out of this war, not wanting to fight, is a crock of bullshit. Americans love to fight, traditionally. All real Americans love the sting and clash of battle. You are here today for 3 reasons. First, because you're here to defend your homes and your loved ones. Second, you are here because you are real men and all real men like to fight. And third, you are here because you are real men When you, here, every one of you were kids, you all admired the champion marble player, the fastest runner, the toughest boxer, the big league ball players, and the all-American football players. Americans love a winner. Americans will not tolerate a loser. Americans despise cowards. Americans play to win all the time. I wouldn't give a hoot in hell for a man who lost and laughed. That's why Americans have never lost, nor will ever lose a war. For the very idea of losing is hateful to an American. You are not all going to die. Only 2% of you right here today would die in a major battle. Death must not be feared. Death, in time, comes to all men. Yes, every man is scared in his first battle. If he says he's not, he's a liar. Some men are cowards, but they fight the same as the real hero is the man who fights even though he is scared. Some men get over their fright in a minute under fire. For some, it takes an hour. For some, it takes days. But a real man will never let his fear of death overpower his honor, his sense of duty to his country, and his innate manhood. According to eyewitness accounts, this speech was not just a speech. It was a performance. He put bravery into the hearts of every soldier that day, giving them hope and a sense of pride for what they were fighting for. There is no doubt that without Patton's leadership, many more Americans would have lost their lives in battle. Furthermore, this speech had a major impact because it not only addressed soldiers, it addressed all Americans. Patton expertly appealed to ideals of national pride and duty, influencing countless Americans to realize the fact that we had a job to do. This speech influenced America and its army to victory over the Germans, and without leaders like Patton, it would have been tough for the U.S. to see any success in this war. It is important to understand the impact that he truly had. Picture a young soldier hearing this speech. Many had never seen combat before, and they were about to embark on the largest naval invasion in the world's history. Patton simplified their task and made it seem achievable, and that is all you can ask of a good leader.